Well, you all are more ready than I am, so let's get started. Coach, thoughts on this evening's game?
Well, just a long, hard-fought game. I mean, I don't know another way to describe it. I mean, for me as a coach, I normally kind of find a rhythm during a game, but this was one of those games where I think I was on edge, and the players they gave a lot of confidence to me tonight just with their execution, their focus. It's been a long time coming for us to kind of hit our peak, so to speak, where we're getting production from a wide variety of guys, and not just the guys that play, but the guys in practice, the guys that coming off the bench, however many minutes they're able to give us. There were just so many positive things that we can take away from tonight. You got to give Stephen F. Austin so much credit. They play so daggum hard. They know how to win. And we knew that coming in here, we were going to have to fight them to kind of secure the building. This has been their building for a long, long time, and that's just one of those mental, psychological things, a barrier that you have to get over. So we're really excited that we're able to pull out the win tonight.
As we get started with Q&A, just one more reminder. Please state your name and affiliation, and please wait for the microphone since we have folks tuning in online as well. We're streaming this.
Brandon Williams, Southland.org. Rashawn, you're up 5. They're closing in fast. Talk about, the three-pointer that finally gave you guys a cushion.
I knew I just had to be confident in releasing the ball. I didn't want to seem rushed or anything. I don't want to take any open shot I could get because they were double-teaming me in the second half to where I couldn't really get a good look and to where I kept swinging the ball. So once I had the open three, I knew I just had to be confident when taking it.
Rashawn, Isaac Niederauer, the Sawmill, you played up there in Nacogdoches early in the season, and they did a kind of a number on you there. Tonight, you absolutely go off. How did they play you differently tonight, or how did you respond differently that resulted in this?
Just keeping a cool head. I feel like I had to pick my spots better. When we were out in Nacogdoches, I was a little bit in disarray with the traps and the physicality of the game and how they were flooding towards me. So this game, I didn't really let any of that affect me. I stayed clear-headed throughout the whole first and second half and just let all the contact play out and just try to finish my shots.
Brent Swarneman, Houston Chronicle. Rashawn, what does this mean for y'all to get this one after last year's?
Oh, it's big time for us. It's a big giant that's been hanging over our heads because we've had him the last couple of times. We just let it slip away. So for us to finally close this one out tonight, it's just big time for the team, big time momentum moving forward.
So we'll go in the back and then come right back up here.
Sure. Ian Steele, KIII. Rashawn and Coach, you have 4 fouls and they put you back in with 6 minutes left. What does that say about your discipline and your trust in him with the foul trouble in the past? How far he's come with his discipline. Let's start with Rashawn.
Coach just told me going into the game, we're not waiting on anything. We just got to go get it now. And, it's happened before throughout the seasons where I've had to play majority of the second half with 4 fouls. So I know I just had to, stay sound and solid and stay in front of the defense, keep my hands up, stay out the way, and just make plays.
Yeah, it's a maturity thing. It's a major part of Rashawn's growth. I mean, it's reflected in so many areas of his game, but to be able to play with the poise that he did when he's being double teamed, when guys are driving at him, when we're counting on him to finish plays and make plays, just says so much about his poise and his focus. The point of the game that he and Joe Kilgore and I think it was Jake Coher, all 3 had 4 fouls. It was just one of those things where we're going to win it with the guys that kind of got us here and let the chips fall where they may. And the other thing that we talked about during that stretch, the timeout immediately following, is we're going to err on the side of aggression. We're going to play aggressive. We're not going to play passive, and on both ends of the floor. And I think that really just helped our focus and kind of recentered us to where we needed to be to kind of close things out.
Gary Smith with the New Orleans Advocate for Coach and Rashawn. What are your thoughts on the matchup with UNO? I mean, way back in the conference opener, it was a 1-point game in overtime at their place. What do you see as the biggest challenge?
Well, the first thing is they're a much more confident team than what we faced in New Orleans. They're kicking on a lot of cylinders right now, playing a lot of guys, playing a lot of depth. My hope is that Stephen F. Austin just didn't wear us out tonight, that we've got something in the tank for those guys tomorrow. They're very, very good. They're very sound. They're very well coached. it should be a good basketball game. I mean, they've got their style. We've got our style. Just kind of watching them play a little bit tonight, they play with a lot of poise. They play with a lot of confidence. I think we played with that same level of poise and same level of confidence. So it should be an exciting basketball game.
It's going to be a big matchup. You know, they're a big team. They're going to crash the boards. We just got to play physical. It's going to be a physical game all the way through. We got to stay poised. Like he said, don't get flustered. You know, those are big guys. We just got to be ready at point of attack and don't get flustered when they make their runs, and we stay sound and solid. We'll be fine.
Question for you, Cole. Talk about the ability of your guards to be able to outplay SFA's guards. It's really their heart and soul, but you guys stepped up and really held them well below what they normally play tonight.
Yeah, I mean we did a good job executing the game plan. Joe and Ehab, their ability to break defenses down and get in the lane and really make the job a lot easier for everybody else. And even Jake, same thing, getting in the lane and making everyone's job easier. It helps us out a whole lot. And then defensively, I thought we did a good job of talking. We had a little slip-ups at some points throughout the game, but for the most part, we did a good job of staying on the same page with all our switches and everything and making life hard for them.
You also hit a big three down the stretch. Just talk about the fact you're wide open, they're pressing you guys, and you're knocking down the shot that again give some distance for you.
I mean, my teammates have trusted me. My teammates have trusted me, and to be honest, I got one of the easiest jobs in America. Play off of this guy and let him get me open and just make open shots, and so that's what I did tonight.
Let's go right behind you there, Brandon.
Quentin Martinez, Caller Times. Cole, since December, you haven't been 100%. You've kind of had to pick your spots. Tonight, you come up with some big shots. When you hit those 2 threes, you guys go up 18. You kind of still have a sense that SFA had a run in them?
They're a great basketball team, who's been there, done it time after time after time after time. And, I mean, to beat a champion, they're going to give you everything you got and more. And so they gave us runs, and we knew they were going to give us a run, if not 2 or 3, and they did just that. And they made it real hard to close out the game, but we stayed with everything and we got it done.
Coach Isaac Niederauer, the Sawmill, can you talk a little bit about the job that Kyle Keller has done there with 8 new players and what you see from Stephen F. Austin this year and the 3 times you guys played versus what you guys have played the last couple of years?
I think Kyle's done a terrific job. He had a hard job coming in. It was harder than most folks would realize, taking over a program that had accomplished as much as it had in the past. The thing that really impressed me about Kyle, they were similar to us. They had some highs and lows early on, especially in the early part of conference. Their path to get to that tie for second was a little bit different than ours, but nonetheless, they worked themselves through the league. I mean, literally worked themselves through the league to position themselves to be where they were. So I think he's done a fabulous job, and the kids obviously have responded well to him. You don't play that hard for your coach without respecting your coach.
Any other questions for Coach or our student athletes before we let them go? Well, in that case, congratulations on the win, and we'll see you guys tomorrow night. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.